Yo, what is good? My name is 𝗞𝗘𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗜𝗡, and in this video, I'll be educating you guys about ketamine. I'll be talking about what ketamine is, what the effects are, what a K-hole is. I'm going to be chatting with a real scientist about the dangers of ketamine. I'm going to go over harm reduction practices, debunk corporate misinformation. I'll explain my own personal experiences throughout the years, and a lot more information. What is ketamine? Also known as Special K, ketamine is a dissociative substance of the arylcyclohexylamine class. This drug class inhibits the NMDA receptor, which produces dissociative, hallucinogenic, and euphoric effects. Other substances that antagonize this receptor are drugs like laughing gas, salvia, DXM, and PCP. If you want to learn more about any of those drugs from me, I'll provide a link in the video cards and in the description below. Currently, ketamine is listed as a Schedule III substance, which means it's federally illegal to use in the United States. However, ketamine is commonly used in medical practice and is on the World Health Organization's essential drug list, which is a list of the safest and most effective drugs needed in a modern health system. In fact, I've even been given ketamine by doctors before. Long story short, I've had several back surgeries in the past, and one of those surgeries I woke up all disoriented, and I see an anesthesiologist next to me. I'm like, yo, what the f am I on right now? And she's just like, oh, we gave you ketamine through your IV. And me being just like, gone, I was just like, oh, word, yeah, cool, I've done that before, yeah. And she just goes like, huh. Bruh. Additionally, since I was still vibing off that Special K when I woke up from the surgery, I used to have parents who were sitting next to me for my earbuds. So I plugged them in my phone and jammed out to some music while borderline K-holing in the hospital. Furthermore, ketamine is used medically for psychedelic therapy. It can help cure post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD and treat depression. Ketamine is also one of the most widely used anesthetics in veterinary practices. It's commonly used to tranquilize all sorts of animals, ranging from cats, dogs, cattle, horses, zoo animals, and many more. And if you're wondering, yes, animals can trip balls off ketamine. If you ever see a video of a person shooting a dart gun at an animal to tranquilize it, the anesthetic used in the dart is probably ketamine. Usually K is found in one of two types, s-isomer or racemic. S-isomer tends to affect the headspace and thought processing more, while racemic tends to yield more physical and bodily effects. When comparing the two, s-isomer is typically more psychedelic, whereas racemic is more sedative and commonly used in medical practices. Likewise, there are many analogs of ketamine as well. One example is esketamine, which is a rapid-acting antidepressant that usually comes in the form of nasal spray. This drug requires a prescription in order to obtain it. Another common analog is 2,4-deschloroketamine, or 2,5-DCK. This particular substance is actually legal when used for research purposes only. 2,5-DCK is less potent than regular ketamine and overall just isn't as magical as ordinary K. And it's not unusual to hear about street dealers trying to sell 2,5-DCK as normal ketamine. So is ketamine dangerous? Well, if you're asking me, I'd say the worst thing that'll probably happen is you just pass out and trip balls, but I'm no genius. So instead, I'll be passing over to my friend, the traveling scientist, all the way from Australia to help explain to you the dangers of ketamine.
G'day, I'm Jesse Crow, the traveling scientist, and after studying years of pharmacology, I'm here to help you live smarter, happier, and healthier lives. Now, it's pretty rare that ketamine by itself could be lethal enough to kill you. However, it can be far more dangerous when combined with other drugs such as alcohol or opioids. A small dose of pure ketamine is actually pretty safe for your body. But because it suppresses your senses and your muscle control, it makes you really clumsy and it's way more likely that you're going to faceplant or do something stupid and injure yourself. When you consume ketamine, the dissociative or feel-good effect should last for around 60 minutes, depending on the dosage you take and your tolerance to ketamine. There are no physical withdrawal symptoms, meaning that ketamine shouldn't really be an addictive drug, but some people can get psychologically addicted to it, making them think that they need more. Because ketamine is expelled through your urine, chronic long-term usage of this drug can lead to kidney malfunction, bladder damage, and even bloody urine. So if you care about your junk, please don't overuse ketamine. I made another video all about ketamine. I'm sure my man 𝗞𝗘𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗜𝗡 will link that to you. Definitely check it out. But at the end of the day, ketamine is a tranquilizer, mostly used to put animals to sleep. So be careful out there, guys. Cheers.
Wow, that was some valuable information. He definitely knows what he's talking about. Be sure to check out Jesse's channel, The Traveling Scientist, first link in the description. How is ketamine usually taken? Well, the most popular method of administration for recreational use is snorting it. Although, when used in the medical field, it's typically administered through an IV. You can also trip off ketamine by eating it. However, its bioavailability is significantly decreased when taken orally, so if you ate it, you need a much higher dose to yield the same effects as a smaller insufflated dose would give. The other way to take ketamine is through intramuscular injection. This means instead of shooting up in a vein, you inject it in a muscle, and this further speeds up the absorption process more than most other methods. Funny enough, I used to have a good friend who injected an entire gram of ketamine into his butt muscles. Keep in mind, you only have to shoot up like 50 milligrams of straight up K-hole, and he shot up 1,000 milligrams. He described it as every molecule of his body split apart into millions of pieces and dissolved into a static void of nothingness. He said he didn't remember anything past 2 minutes, and when he eventually came back to reality, he had destroyed his entire room. If you're asking me the best way to take ketamine, my suggestion would be just to snort it. And trust me, I don't like putting anything up my nose, but with K, that's probably your best bet. And if you want to be a little more safer, use a saline nose spray after railing each line to soften the load on your nasal cavities. What are the effects of ketamine? It can produce sedation, suppress anxiety, alter perception of gravity, elicit visual and auditory hallucinations, induce dream potentiation, promote physical euphoria, and cause time distortion. Larger doses of ketamine can result in the potential of falling in a K-hole. A K-hole is a sensation of separating one's consciousness from their body. It's the removal of all external stimuli and letting your consciousness run free. Basically, a K-hole represents pure consciousness with all limiting factors disabled. It's sometimes described as a near-death experience. Some people try to avoid K-holing, while others make it their goal. Personally, I think it should depend on the situation. For example, if you're in a social setting such as a party or a concert, you probably don't want a K-hole. It's kind of hard to interact with other people when you're borderline unconscious. So stick to lower doses when trying to socialize. Otherwise, you'll be a wet mop on the dance floor. Moreover, if present in a controlled environment, such as residing in the safety of your own home, that's when K-holing is more appropriate. This way you can relax and melt into the couch while letting your consciousness wander around in the infinite realms of truth. What do I think of ketamine? Well, personally, I think ketamine can be an essential tool for trying to achieve an ego death. If you're looking for a reality check, falling in a K-hole would do that. I also think that K is a splendid choice for getting lit. If taken in smaller doses, aka not enough to render you unconscious, it can be a very pleasant and sociable experience. It's a great party drug when used responsibly and an even better drug for concerts. With that said, I still love to have nights where I just trip balls on K and sink into my couch while blasting some music. And it's even better when combined with psychedelics such as DMT or shrooms. Either way, in small or large doses, ketamine is generally pretty safe. Just be smart. If you guys have any questions or need advice or want my opinion on literally anything, leave a comment below. I respond to every single one of you guys. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button and subscribe notifications on if you want to see more content just like this. My name is 𝗞𝗘𝗧𝗔𝗠𝗜𝗡. Be love, spread love, and I love you all. Peace out.